the human experience. I've had a lot of experiences in my life that is worth noting, but probably the one that topples all of them was undoubtedly, undoubtedly the night that I proposed to the love of my life. And the year was 2012, May 18th. And actually, my journey to that experience began a few weeks prior to that when I realized that I've never felt this way with a girl before, and I knew that she was the one. And that moment came to me on a Wednesday, the 16th, just 2 days prior to my proposal to her. And we already made plans to go to this concert, Spawn Breezy concert, and I realized that that was the moment, that was what I wanted to do. And so I had this plan where I was going to go up there and call her up and get on my knees and ask her hand in marriage. And so before any of that could happen, and this was Wednesday, I needed to get a hold of the concert organizers. And luckily, one of her good friends, Tati, was involved with the concert. And so I asked her that, and I told her what I wanted to do, and she was all gung ho for it. And so we set it up. And then the next thing I did was I asked her mother's hand, sorry, asked her mother's permission for her hand in marriage. So I went to her workplace on Thursday, early in the morning, and asked for her permission, and she said yes. And then went to talk to her sisters and got them involved in inviting the whole family over, and I talked to my siblings and to come over, and so after that I went ring shopping on that day, and luckily one of her friends knew exactly what kind of ring she wanted it, and I was able to find that ring, and I purchased it. And come Friday, so she went to the temple after work prior before the concert, and she invited me, and obviously I said no because I can't remember what my excuse was, but I was in the process of making sure everything was in place. And so she went, and it was interesting. I had this feeling when I woke up in the morning on Friday that things were gonna go, not according to plan, and the adversary was gonna do everything that he can, and that's what I felt. And I just felt this overwhelming peace that everything was gonna be all right. And then I got a text from her friend Tati. She went to the temple with. After the session, she texted me and she said that she had bad news. And naturally, I would, you would think that you would panic and say, "Oh, what's gonna happen?" And but I didn't. I felt at peace, and I wasn't scared, and for the first time. And she told me that her brother wasn't happy about what I was gonna do and started a fight with Jamie. And luckily, he didn't expose my plan, but he just started, cussing her out, saying, "All you Mormons, you like to rush things." And obviously, my wife didn't know what he was talking about, or my fiance at the time didn't know what he was talking about. And so, anyway, she came over and we went for dinner prior to the concert, and she was telling me all about, how her brother was being indifferent and mean for no reason, and so I just kind of, you know, smooth talked her, and seeing, oh, he's probably just, I don't know I can't remember what I said, but it just worked out that she felt at peace. And then the moment of truth came. Actually, how they got me onto the stage without her being suspicious was they had a Facebook competition where you win prizes, and so apparently I won, and the prize I won was a bouquet of flowers, which I actually bought for Jamie. So I got up there, I took the flowers, and I called her name out, and she came, and mind you, for the last couple of days I've been playing this image in my head. So I got on my knees, and everyone was just screaming. So I waited until everyone kind of, mellowed down so I can make sure that she hears what I had to say. And so I said the words that came from my heart, and I asked for her hand in marriage to be my eternal companion. And she said yes, but I didn't quite hear it, so I had to ask her again and make sure that it was loud enough for everyone on stage to hear. And I was so nervous that I ended up putting it on not the wrong finger, but entirely the wrong hand. Instead of her left hand, it was on her right hand. And so hence then on, my family has been calling me the right hand man. And being the smooth talker that I am, I told him, hey, I'm not your ordinary guy. Left hand is overrated, so I figured I'd try something new. But the honest truth was I was so nervous that I put it on the wrong hand. But that's my experience with the most daring thing in my life that I've ever done so far, and probably the best thing that I've ever done, which has changed my life, has blessed my life tremendously, and I'm grateful for that opportunity to have had that moment, not only to share with the love of my life, but also with my family members that were all there to witness. Even her mom was there, and my siblings and her grandparents, and it was truly a wonderful night for all of us. And so, with that said, that was my human experience for last year. So this year, I haven't done anything that topples that, and next year I don't know what or any other year that can topple that experience. But I appreciate allowing me this time to share that experience with you. Mahalo.